Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, this was going to be a little bit different from what I did for me earlier today, but for you guys, this will be posted before the video that I recorded earlier today is. I'm going to be going over a couple of things. First off, I'm going to be talking about the 7th live update, and we'll be going through and looking at all the new SIGs that were added to the game. Do you see some of them are here? Of course, we'll go through the entirety of them. Then, of course, live player is not really, this is not really the most important stuff. It's all like live players getting added in and stuff like that. So it's all right. So, and then I will go about my mentor system and how I have my mentor system laid out. So let's begin. We're going to start off by looking at all the SIG packs. We're going to start off with my Mets team, and the Mets got one SIG. It was a reliever, which makes me happy. It is Braden Looper. Braden Looper, very short on the velocity, which I looked at as somewhat makes sense because in this season, as we turn him around, he had 60 strikeouts in 71 games. He pitched 80 innings-ish, I think a little bit more, and he struck out 60 batters. So it wasn't a strikeout guy, but didn't walk a lot of guys too, which is what I saw. So 2.70 ERA, 65 base. It's a 65.8 base. Well, for me, it's cool. It's another reliever that I can go after and try and get. So that's pretty nice. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 relievers now that I'm looking for. Next up, we have here the Philadelphia Phillies. The Philadelphia Phillies got one. It was a hitter, and it was, well, they had one, I should state, one batter or pitcher. They had two hitters added. One was Larry Bowa. So we see here, he's had a vintage in the game for so long, so we finally got a SIG. Cool, whatever. And then they also added in second baseman Mickey Morandini. It's an all right card, nothing crazy. 283, 6 home runs, 9 steals. I mean, it's all right. I don't know how useful it is for a second baseman. You got Bryson Stott, who looks a lot better for second base, stuff like that. I don't know if it's those three and anybody else. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, those are those two new SIGs for the Phillies. Now we are going to go to the Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Braves also got a hitter that was added. It was Darrell Evans. I think it was Darrell Evans. Darrell Evans here, 71 base. Pretty good looking card. Very nice. This guy was added in the last update. I remember that, as well as Lee Smith. Real good card Lee Smith is here. Lonnie Smith, I should say. Sorry. And then, of course, the other SIG is this guy. Bob Horner, I think. I think it's this guy. I could be completely wrong. I just have the listed teams, not the players, in front of me. But, 68 base. Pretty cool. But I definitely think this Darrell Evans guy is the new one. So I recognize all the other SIG arts, too. Next up, we are going to go to the Washington Nationals. The Washington Nationals also got a new hitter. It is, I'm trying to see if it's a vintage or if it's that Nick Johnson up top. It looks like it's the Nick Johnson. Oh, no, it's Orlando Cabrera. Orlando Cabrera, this is definitely a new one. He's got the Montreal jersey on, so that's pretty cool. The shades on. Nice little card here. 70 base. All right across the board, hitting-wise. Not bad for a shortstop. And then this Nick Johnson. I think he was added recently. If not, this is Nick Johnson. Really high eye. Pretty decent at first base with not that much field. Cool. Then we've got Miami Marlins. Miami Marlins, I know who it is. It's a pitcher, and it's Dontrelle Willis, D-Train. They got him with the big leg kick. This was the year he either won, I think he won Rookie of the Year and then finished runner-up in Cy Young. but 22 wins. Dontrelle Willis here, 72 base. I know he wasn't that big of a strikeout guy. Know that. So otherwise, everything else is pretty good. This is another starter for the whatchamacallums, the Marlins to have. So that's all the teams in the NL East. Now let's head over to the NL Central. We're going to start off with the St. Louis Cardinals. They also got a pitcher. It was, as I look around here, not him, not Shelby Miller, Jason Mott. I was going to say Jim Mott. It's Jason Mott. Jason Mott must not have thrown a breaking pitch because his breaking ball is so low, but 66 base. I know he also has a prime. There it is. Also, it's the exact same 73, 71, 51, 73, 62. Oh, 74, 72, 51, 73, 62. So they did adjust the location a little bit. That's the only thing that got changed. Okay. Still the same base overall. Just added a sig, but cool. Next up, we got the Cubs. Chicago Cubs got a pitcher as well. Their pitcher was, as I look around here, something like it's that Marshall guy. Yeah. Sean? Yeah, Sean Marshall. 80 games, 65 base. All right. I mean, it's a reliever. Can't complain about getting relievers now. That's Keegan Thompson. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now the Cubs have 7 relief pitchers, and of course you have 6 relief spots. So okay, that's cool. You get another guy. Oh, I didn't even see Javier Assad. Sorry, Assad. They have 8. So all right, cool. Next up, we've got here Cincinnati. They also got another pitcher. I think it's this Aaron Harang guy. 218 strikeouts is a lot. Holy moly. Only 70 base velocity? Wow, he must have pitched like 300 innings. Sarcasm. I mean, that's a cool card. 72 base. Just going to scroll down, make sure I'm not forgetting anybody else. It's not Buck Farmer. Not Iglesias, not Diaz, not Chapman, Dibble, Massett. Nope. So, yep. It was Aaron Harang. Let's see. Next up, we are going to have the Pittsburgh Pirates. I didn't see Milwaukee. Oh, there is Milwaukee. They have a pitcher. So Pittsburgh got a hitter. This guy right here. Jason Thompson, I think, is the new one. 70 base, first baseman. Pretty good. Pretty good hitting stats, Cool card. Yeah, this is more just me showing off the cards more than me going into detail about it. I know Bill Madlock was in the game. I'm sure it's the only one that it could be. Bay, yep. Swinski, yep. You were in the game, I remember. Okay, so, all right, cool. Now we go over to Milwaukee. They got a pitcher. Oh, I know who the pitcher was. 2013, Marco Estrada. Yep. Again, how many games pitched? 21 games, 3.87 ERA, 7-4. I mean, an all right card stats wise, and an all right card like in the game. Right, it's not terrible. Could be better. Could be worse. So, all right, cool. Another starter for them that they definitely don't need. Now the Dodgers got a hitter. It was one of the ones you saw at the front. This guy, Ron Say. I mean, third baseman, pretty decent fielding, decent speed, and then pretty good hitting stats. So we've seen that 74, 77, 77 combo on a couple of hitters now, I think. But, good stuff, good stuff. Not much else to say about it. Next up, we've got San Diego. They also got a hitter. It was a catcher. And look at this. It's a catcher that doesn't have 50 base fielding. As Gene Tennis was the only catcher that the Padres had and needed 50 base fielding. So this is pretty good for Padres decks. Terry Kennedy, 67 base fielding. Not the greatest of hitting stats, but a catcher with that fielding when they had that Gene Tennis who had no fielding, definitely will take that. They also had Chase Headley. I had Chase Headley his 2012 season. It was pretty good. So now I know he also has the prime. So let's take a look again. 71, 75, 75. Let's see if that changes. 75, 75, 71. Wow. Okay. Again, this prime was added when he was originally in the game, so that's why the stats are. And then 66 and 71, so 66 and 70. So 71 base prime, and the SIG is also 71 base. So they just flipped the basic stats for the eye and contact. Okay. So, whatever. Tatis needs more fielding on this card. This is stupid that this card has that low fielding when he won the Platinum Glove. I'm just saying it. I understand this having low fielding because, he couldn't play shortstop that year. Whatever. Next up, we are going to go to Jerickson Profar 22. Wild card game. Whatever. Colorado, they got both a pitcher and a hitter. So here's their hitter. Brent Maine doesn't even have a photo, but he's got a SIG, 65 base. 64 fielding. Elias Diaz is 66. And then, it's whatever. It's a Colorado's catcher that hit 300 and had 6 home runs. That sounds a lot like DJ LeMahieu. 8 home runs, 300. This year he hit a lot, yeah. In 2018 he did 276. So similar to the 2017 DJ LeMahieu. Garrett Atkins, I think he was already added in the game before this. Jeff Cirillo, he doesn't have a profile photo, so that's great. Tovar, everybody else looks like they had all your Blackmans. Oh, this guy looks new. Jeffrey Hammonds. So I think it's just all the guys that just don't have profile photos, pretty much. All right. 71 base, a lot of contact. I did hit 335, so, makes sense. Cool stuff. So those are their hitters. And then they added a pitcher. It is, I think it's got to be this guy, Jeff Francis, 69 base. You couldn't have given the Rockies a bit of help. Also, Baldo Jimenez, there's your bit of help. Even though he finished third in Cy Young Award, he's a 72 base. That sucks. I wish that could have been a bit higher, but that's Scott Oberg. I don't know what else to say about that. All right. The Giants got a pitcher. I know that. Matt Cain, that was it. It was Matt Cain 2012 when he threw his perfect game. So, cool card. Another San Fran guy. So now look, 77, 72. Of course, he has his prime. 77, 72. Okay, so it was 75, 71, 71. So I think the exact same stats. Yep. So they kept the same stats for him. Now we're going to go to Arizona. Arizona got a hitter. Also added, when they added Clay Buchholz back in, he got his Arizona SIG. It's not even that bad. Who is this guy? That's got to be a new one. I don't recognize him. Josh Collymenter. I should state. Okay. Didn't know that card was there. Cool. This guy's got to be new. Damian Miller. World Series champ, so he's a catcher. 68 base fielding. This guy has 69. So, you got 2 catchers now. So, cool. Good stuff. Seeing if there's anybody else I'm missing. Troy Glass, no. No. Okay. So, now we're going over to the American League and looking at all those SIGs. The Yankees got one. They got a hitter. It's his catcher card, I think. No, he's been in the game for a bit. Greg Nettles, that was it. Greg Nettles. 71 base, third baseman. Pretty good hitting card. Even at that, it's another third baseman for the Yankees. You've got your DJs, your Miguel Andújars, and you've got, of course, your Gio Urshela's, and then you get your shortstops here. So, good stuff. Good looking card. Good stats. Toronto, they got a pitcher. Also, the Rockies were the only team to get a pitcher and a hitter. Did they just add Marco Estrada back in for them? I mean, that's just this is a horrendous SIG. I don't know how we got a SIG for this year. Respectfully, this is horrendous. A 5.64 ERA, 7-14. Okay, I've seen enough. This guy's pretty good. Dwayne Ward, 68 base reliever. Good stats. That's good. That's a good SIG. Not a fucking Marco Estrada shit. Holy fuck. Boston got a hitter. See if I can recognize it. This guy, Scott Fletcher, 70 base, low power, makes sense. Otherwise, everything else looks pretty good, especially for a second baseman. Cool card. Nice. All your Betses, your Ortiz, your JDs. JD's been hitting pretty good for the Mets. Tampa Bay got a SIG. I think I've already seen. Oh, they got a catcher? I didn't even know. John Flaherty. Cool guy, but decent stats, good fielding. We'll take that. And then also this Julio Lugo shortstop card. 69 base, no fielding, not great. Other than that, they really only have those two shortstop SIGs. Oh, they do. I mean, no, Lugo is your best for fielding, but damn. That's not. Oh, right, Brad Miller. There was Brad Miller until he was taken out of the game. Yep. Baltimore had a hitter. Not Palmeiro. Brian Roberts. Yep. Brian Roberts. That was it. Pretty good card. 73 base overall. Yeah. No, that's a really good card, especially for a second baseman. And then this dude, Merv Redmond. A lot of contact. I mean, yeah, he did it 318. Not a lot of power, but, outfielder. Cool. It's a cool card. Two cool cards. Now we'll head over to the AL Central. We'll start with Minnesota. They got a hitter. This dude, Corey Kosky. 70 base, third baseman with decent fielding. Pretty balanced overall. All right. Cool card. Anybody else? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, so now we will go to the Detroit Tigers. I think they got a hitter. Yep. Alex Avila. Yep. Pretty decent catcher card. I'll say that. 66 base fielding versus the same guys. So, you can go either or for the two catchers. A pretty good season for him overall. Making sure I'm not forgetting anybody else. That Javi Baez SIG is not great. Do you really just have the two shortstop SIGs and that's it? Oh boy. At least he is some. Oh man. Yikes. The Chicago White Sox, they had a hitter. It was Paul Konerko. Well, I know that because my clubmate actually just pulled him as a White Sox deck, so he was pretty happy for that. Good card, 2010 year. Just got a prime for it, so we'll take a look at 79, 80, and 72 versus 77, 80, and 72. So we gave him a bit more contact. And then 57, 70. This is 57 and 60. Wow, they just shot his fielding. Dropped him from a 71 to a 69 base overall. Okay. Todd Frazier's back in the game. Huh, interesting. Okay. Oh, this dude, Carlos Quinton. A lot of power. Pretty good outfielder card. Not a lot of fielding, but that's whatever. Then Adam Dunn. Yes, definitely Adam Dunn. Yeah, look at that. 40 bombs? 41, yeah, at the right page at 2012. 89, 99, 09. I mean, he wasn't that old. He was what, 33? Yeah, 32, 33. Huh. Cleveland, they got a pitcher because, of course, they need more pitchers. Sure. This dude, a reliever, David Risky. Pretty good. Pretty good reliever. I'll say that. 68 base. Cool. Ronaldo Lopez. That's crazy. He has his reliever sig for him, but sure, yeah. It says Tyler Steven, Trevor Stephan. Sure. And then the Royals, they got a couple of pitchers. I know that. I think they got 3. So let's look for all 3. This dude, Dennis Leonard, 72 base. Good card. They added Jason Vargas back into the game. I mean, great. It's an all-star this year, I know that. Scott Service, not the Mariners manager, Scott Service, but Scott Service, 66 base reliever. Not bad. And then Luke Hochevar. I mean, just part of that Royals bullpen that was just gross. So 1.92 ERA, that's disgusting. 67 base. Yep, those were the 3. Now we'll head over here. We've got the Angels. They got a hitter. Nope, they got a pitcher. I'm sorry. This dude, Irvin Santana, Mr. I'ma just eat so many innings. Surprised his stamina isn't higher. He ate so many innings. No fastball. I guess he just didn't like to throw fastballs. So 77, 71, 75. Let's see here. 77, 71, 75, 63, 70. And this is 63 and 70. So same stats. All right. Just making sure there's nobody else that I'm missing. No relievers or anything like that. Nope. Jimmy Herget as a closing pitcher. That's crazy. I'll say that. Next up, we've got Texas. Yep, Texas got a hitter. This dude, Bump Wills, 71 base second baseman. Not a bunch of power, but everything else is pretty good. Not bad. I mean, I probably would take Semien 23 over it. So, probably Semien 22 as well. But then you got this guy for third base, Toby Hara. A lot of eye. Other than that, I mean, not a lot of field. Again, I would probably just take Josh Young, 23, maybe even IKF over it. And then Rusty Greer, outfielder with no fielding. Other than that, he hit 321. That's another good one. And then Jeff Baruch. I know I said that wrong. 67 base outfielder. All right. Cool stuff. Seattle, Oakland got a pitcher. I know that. Let's see who it is. This dude. No, it's Mark Mulder. This guy. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, it low-key could have been. Oh, it's this dude. Joey Devine. 0.59 ERA. What? And he's a 66 base for a 0.59 ERA. Wow. Houston Street also got a sig. Cool looking jersey, I'll say that. The dark green, the Athletics across, 67 base. And let's see, of course, 90, 73, 71, 51 versus 71, 70, 51. So they gave him more location and velocity. And then 72, 71 on the right side, 72, 71. So yeah, 67 base here, 67 base here. So he must be a 6. I mean, let's do the math here. 70. So 1, 0. So, okay, so he's a dead on 67 base overall here because you add the 1 to make that 2, 4, 5. Yes, so, okay. That makes sense. And then in case Mark Mulder wasn't new, but I thought he was. So now we'll go Houston. Houston got a hitter. Bob Watson. Pretty cool. Pretty nice looking first baseman. Nice vintage with the shades on. I like that. Cool photo. Anybody else that's new? Evan Gaddis, DH with 55 fielding, 53. And then, of course, your catcher with the thing, 54 fielding. So, not great. All right, now Seattle. Alvin Davis, 69 base, a lot of eye. First baseman, not that much fielding. Cool. Cool looking card. Tina Martinez already in the game. Omar Vizquel. Yes, Omar Vizquel. No home runs. 0. He has 61 base power. Keep that in mind. 77, 70, 60. I mean, everything else looks pretty good. But he hit no home runs in 1992. That is unreal. How old was he? It's like, what, 25? Yeah. All right. Now, no home runs, 61 base. Let's go over to the Mets here. The Mets have a shortstop by the name of Bud Harrelson, who hit no home runs, 60 base power. They both did not hit a single home run. I don't know how they're not that much power. Where's also this other third baseman? Yeah. The Mets' 2 third basemen, just a fun fact for you, have 50 base fielding. So, all right. So those are all the SIGs. Let me know down below, 1, if I missed any of them. 2, what your team was that got a new SIG, and if you like that SIG that was added. Of course, for me, as a Mets fan and as a Mets team, I like being able to get another chance at a Mets SIG that's a reliever. I'll take that any day of the week. Now, I'm going to talk about, I was about to say ranked. Whoa. Mentor. Mentor has been extremely tricky and extremely interesting for a whole bunch of reasons. I'm going to start off with getting the easiest one out the way. Register Mentor team. You can only do live team, prime team, or all-star teams. I did prime team because I have a prime in my lineup. That's a team card. If you guys have more all-stars in your lineup that are team cards than primes, then do all-star. But other than that, I would just do prime. Simple. If you guys have none, do prime. There's more of a chance that a worthwhile prime will be in your lineup than an all-star. Unless you have Andrew Miller, that Yankees year that he then went to the, I think it's 2016 when he went to the Guardians, or Manny Machado 2018 before he went to the Orioles or Dodgers, among others. I'm sure there's a couple more, like the Nationals, whatever. Anyways, Kyle Schwarber too. So, level 3, 1 team. I'm a Mets team. All my players that are not legends are Mets players, so that's why I did 1 team. Win now is if you have a bunch of random SIGs from different teams in, you would do that, but everybody builds their team with team SIGs, so that's why I would do 1 team. Of course, if your team is made up consistently of legends, then you can do win now. I also do have a team legend, so that's pretty sick. So he gets the 1 team bonus too. Level 4, franchise batter. This doesn't matter. It really depends on what SIGs you have. I might switch this over to franchise pitcher, to be honest, because my pitching, especially my bullpen, sucks. Because, like, if we take a look at my lineup, collection, that's not what I meant to choose. If we go to, not also what I meant to choose, golly, lineup info, batting order. My batting order is filled with 8 SIGs that are teams, and then the 1 legend. Pitching staff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 and 8. Now, when I eventually, because statistics state that eventually this will happen, I pull a team SIG to get rid of Jerry's Familia here, it will be 9 team SIG pitchers versus 8 team SIG batters. Then I'd probably change over. But I might even change over before, because if I get Noah Syndergaard in over Nolan Ryan, then it'll be 9 and then 10. Because I'd keep Tom Severin because he's a team legend. But anyways, that's that. That's my take on it. Franchise batter, franchise pitcher does not matter. I would personally do whatever. One, if you have no team SIGs that are hitters, there's no point in doing it for hitters or pitchers or vice versa, right? Two, if you know one is worse, like you know your pitchers are worse than your hitters, do your pitchers. And it's like 90 plus diamond team players. Level 5, this is nerfing a skill. This can go however you want it go. Batters, there's 2 right answers. Charisma, Spotlight. I would choose Charisma over Spotlight because Spotlight is a little bit more chance with that boost after the 6th inning. Charisma's just nerfing, so you would nerf the nerf. Pitching-wise, you have Boss and Finesse. Those are really the 2 main ones that I know about. I do Boss because I'm trying to make it the best chance for my hitters to score runs for my pitchers. I could do Charisma and make it better for my pitchers to score. It really, like both of these, you could go either way. I've been with Charisma, then I've been with Boss, then I've switched to Charisma, now I'm back to Boss. I noticed that my offense is doing better, my pitching does worse, but I don't know what's the right answer, to be honest. I hear arguments for both sides. I just go with Boss. I think Boss is better than Finesse because, again, you're nerfing the nerf rather than nerfing the stat boost. This is easy. If you have a team full of all primes, go primes. If you are a team that have all signatures or you have more signatures than primes, go signature power. That's the simplest one I can state. There's not much I can state besides that. So, that's Mentor. Now we jump to the batters. I do mid-focus. So my lineup is constructed that Francisco Lindor is my leadoff hitter. He's like one of my best overall hitters. So he has a chance of hitting a single, walking, double, triple, or home run. Then I have Jeff McNeil up next, who is my contact master guy. I have him hoping to just get a hit, get on base for my mid-focus guys, my 3, 4, and 5 hitters, my big power hitters, so they can drive them in with a double or a home run. That's the way I do it. I can see arguments for high focus and low focus, more high focus than low focus, but I do mid-focus because first off, I want extra base hits more than I want to hit. And 7% versus the other 3.6 and 3, that's because of later down the road I've done stuff to boost the middle as well. So I'm saying mid-focus because I like the boost of getting extra base hits because that's a better chance of getting a home run than if you just get a hit. And you want home runs in this game. Level 2, Crisis Ambition. Whole crisis thing. Pretty much batters 1 through 5. So from my Lindor to my Todd Hundley, when I play in games, will never be pinch hit for via sim. Batters 6 through 9 will. They will be pinch hit by your bench, of course, by the first position. So if we see Dom Smith here, first base. So he would pinch hit for my first baseman. Oh, he's hitting third. Can't happen. Left field. Oh, that's Nimmo. But it's not his first position. So he won't pinch hit for him. And I literally have just constructed a lineup where my 1 through 5 hitters get pinch hit for, but won't be pinch hit for because they're in the 1 through 5. And then 6 through 9 can't get pinch hit for because their positions are on the back. So like third base there, center field there, right field there. So, and then crisis, what crisis does, and then shortstop, lead off, whatever, fine. What crisis does is crisis increases the chance of getting the first hit by 4% if a player starting in the same primary position as the substitute player is on the same grade. substitute player of the same grade, diamonds, black diamonds, doesn't matter. So then just keep it at diamonds. Don't waste BD pieces if you can keep it. So pretty much my 1 through 9 hitters, because every single hitter had a position on the bench that could possibly sub in for them, but can't because of the way I just told you how I constructed my lineup and how the game mechanics work. Until they get a hit, their chances of getting a hit increase by 4%. So, just checking to make sure I've got a baseball meeting later. So that's why I did Crisis. I would do Ambition. You don't want your pinch hitters to come in because you really want your main hitters because those are the guys you work on the most. So, aim fastball, aim breaking ball. Only 2 choices that are correct here. Which one do you choose? It does not matter to me. I do fastballs because I think pitchers throw fastballs more than they throw breaking balls. As we saw with Jason Mott, he doesn't have a breaking pitch. So, I do fastballs. Guaranteed that a pitcher is a fastball. You have to throw a four-seamer or a sinker. Even Aaron Loop has a sinker, cutter. Those are fastballs. Changeups are considered fastballs. The curveball is the breaking ball. So that's why I do aim fastball. If you do aim breaking ball, there's no problem at all with that. Eye of the Pioneer just makes no sense. I'm just saying it. I'm not explaining it. It makes no sense. It doesn't benefit versus the other 2. 4th one. Reliever Crusher, predict pitch. Increases the chance of getting a hit at the first at-bat by 6% after the pitcher substitution. Let's just say 8th inning comes in, reliever comes in. Okay? I don't get a hit. Go down 1, 2, 3. 9th inning comes in, this does not matter anymore. This is done. Predict pitch increases the chance of getting an extra base hit, first off, extra base hit versus a regular hit, by 6% starting from the 3rd at-bat against the same pitcher. Let's just say it's the 7th inning. Make it the 8th inning even. 7th inning, pitcher comes out. I'm facing him for the 3rd time with my hitters. My Lindor hits a home run, right? He can come out for the 8th inning, and my Howard Johnson can hit a home run. I construct my mentor so that I have my pitchers go as long as possible, especially right now because of how bad the bullpens are and how weak they are, I should state, versus bad. I want my pitcher to go as long as possible. So I'm taking that and thinking other people are going to do the same. They might not. That's okay. Then you would do Reliever Crusher. But I'm doing Predict Pitch because I want, first off, extra base hit versus a hit. And second of all, I want to be able to go after, if I know that I can go after their star pitcher, I can possibly put up runs and not get their setup guys, get to their relievers, middle relievers. If I also get to a guy and I take his starting pitcher, right, bring in his reliever, right, middle reliever, pitches 3 innings, first inning is the only one that this matters. So I do Predict Pitch. And also, let's just say this doesn't go into effect. That's good because that means my offense was able to get the pitch out. So that's why I see it as a win-win-ish. Where if I don't use it, my offense got the pitch out. But if I do use it, I increase the chance of my offense getting the pitch out of the game. Now, the 5th one here. Create Chance, Solution Instinct, Terrifying bottom of the lineup. This I've matched with the first one. Increases the chance of getting an extra base hit with batters number 3, 4, and 5 by 5% if you're at a tie or losing after the 6th inning. First off, tie or losing after the 6th inning sounds like Spotlight to me. He is Spotlight. He is Spotlight. You don't have Spotlight. That's tough. You also are my catcher, and I might need to skill you for whatchamacallit. I might need to skill you for laser beam down the road. But that's also another talk for another day. Again, I feel like a lot of times my team is bad. Like my offense could be bad the first couple of rounds, and they could get to me, and I could be losing going into the 6th inning. So this builds on top of mid-focus when there's a runner on base for getting just that boost of an extra base hit to occur, especially if there's a runner on base and I'm tied or losing to the 6th inning or on, or after the 6th inning, so that'd be 7th, 8th, or 9th. That's why I'm going with Solution Instinct. Again, create chance, I would understand, even if you did mid-focused and then create chance to try and get that matching. I could see that if you did then high focus and then Solution Instinct. You could also do high focus and create chance. Bottom of the lineup, I have really as my weaker hitters. So I want to boost my best guys, because if I boost my best, I would rather my best guys be better than my bad guys be about the same as my best guys. Because if my best guys are better, then there's a bigger chance of them producing versus everybody being the same. And then the sixth one here, Foundation of the Chase or Shake. I do Foundation of the Chase because, let's just say, home game, right? Opponent hits a home run. Third hitter hits a home run. Okay, I'm down 1-0. This goes into effect. I also think that my team is just pretty bad and that I'm in losing situations a lot. So if I'm able to get to this, reduces the opponent pitcher stamina by 16%. Perfect. I can make his starting pitcher become weaker and throw and get to more mistakes and possibly get to score runs later in the game. Shake, if you're winning, you want to make him worse. That would be the exact same thing as if you nerfed Fixer before this mentor, because you wanted the middle relievers to just get beaten up on the other team as much as possible. I'd understand that. No problems. I'm going Foundation of the Chase. I know a lot of people do as well. That's my intake on it. Now the hardest one, in my opinion, the pitchers. Remember, I'm trying to construct my mentor to make my pitchers go as long as possible because my bullpen blows. So, quality start here. Increases the chances of not allowing any hits by 7.2% if a starting pitcher takes the mound in the 6th inning. If he takes the mound in the 6th inning, he's going pretty long. And if he decreases his chance of allowing a hit and he gets out of it without allowing a hit, he might go out for the 7th, which is great. Less time for my bullpen to go into the games. Responsibility. Increase the chance of not allowing any hits by 6%. Relief pitcher takes the mound and the batters are in scoring position once per mats. I don't want hitters to be in scoring position because my relievers are going to have them score no matter what. Quick wrap-up. This doesn't matter. Quick wrap-up is about the closer coming in before the 9th inning. You never want that. Does not matter. Don't do it. That's why I think here quality starts the best. Also, you guys see that it's A, not S. It is A, not S, as literally every other single one was, because I'm trying to work on stamina. You want S because S is the most likely, so like 72%. If this is S, I think it increases like a little bit more of a percentage, or it's more likely to kick in, something like that. I don't know how it works, but it works. It's the game mechanics. I'll never understand it, but the game mechanics are the game mechanics. So that's why I say quality start. Second one here, crisis management. Starting pitcher substitution become faster. Baseball of trust. Starting pitcher substitution become slower. Division baseball, flexible. Doesn't really matter, flexible. Either you like your bullpen and you want your bullpen in as much as possible. If you do, I wish I was you. I wish my bullpen would be on as much as possible so that I have trust in them. I don't. It's baseball of trust. Slower, so it makes them pitch longer. Makes my starters pitch longer, and that's what I want because my starters are hands down better than my relievers. Keep it as simple as that. Fastball training. Decreases the bat. Again, this is the same thing as the batters. I'm not going to talk too much into it. I just think because my pitchers are more likely to throw fastballs and breaking balls, I'm going with fastballs. You can go breaking balls. It doesn't matter. Nerve relief, trusting fellow. Nerve relief. Allows a walk. I hope my pitchers don't allow walks. I train them to be pretty good to not allow walks in the first place. So I would not want that. Trusting fellow. Increase the chance of making it out by 3% if there's a runner in scoring position. If there's a runner in scoring position, I want the biggest chance I can get. If I give up a leadoff double, 7th inning, my starting pitcher's still in, I want him to stay in. And I want him to not have that runner score. So my bullpen comes in, I know for me, it's over. I've lost. So that's why I do trusting fellow. I want that chance. I know it was like, oh, well, you didn't do the thing here. You didn't do this one. It's running in scoring position. That's relief pitchers. This is just in general. That's why I do trusting fellow. Fifth one, full power pitch. Increase the chance of the starting pitcher's strikeouts and not allowing any hits by 6% during the first, second, and third innings. Well, Patrick, didn't you just say that you wanted your pitchers to last long? Why not do 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th, 8th, and 9th? I want my pitchers to last long. They have to get through the first couple of innings to get to the end. If I can have them start off strong, then I can focus about getting to the end. So I could do complete game. Would make sense. Okay, 7th, 8th, and 9th, make them try and stay out the longest. But if they get roughed up in the first couple of innings, this becomes nothing. Full power pitch guarantees to be in effect because my starting pitcher starts the game. If I can have him be strong, then I will have the other mentors for the pitchers kick in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and onwards. This is why I do full power pitch, to try and get my starting pitchers through those first couple of innings, especially my slow starter guys. They could get roughed up because they don't have their full boost. This helps. That's why I do full power pitch. Now the last one, mind control, time for the comeback. First off, B. Whoa. You need 110 fastball, guys. 110. I picked up a guy today that had 93. I need him to get 17 more fastball. I literally will have to get team cards and train them up all the way. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, I was doing so good. Oh no. Okay, so this one is like the other one I did when it was the winning or losing. Mind control. When the team is winning, opponent batters' chances of getting a hit decrease by 2.25%. If I'm winning, first off, if I'm in a closing situation, I'm winning in the first place. That's why I do this one. Because I want my hitters or my pitchers to have the best chance when they're winning. If they're losing, I think it's over. I don't trust my middle relievers. I don't trust my offense to get back. I want to stay winning for as long as possible. You can, of course, do when the team is losing. There is no problem. I just want to do when the team is winning because I want to be able to have the best chance at winning. I think it's harder to have a chance of winning when you're losing versus when you're winning. It's hard to come back. I know I've tried my best to keep it all come back, and it kind of doesn't make sense. I'm hoping that I can start off maybe losing, gain a lead, and then keep that lead. Or I can always just have the lead in general and not relinquish it. That is why I do mind control. Again, I also have to get it to S. So 110 fastball is going to be a lot. But anyways, as my screen is frozen, I'm going to thank you guys very much for watching this video. This is approaching 50 minutes. If you guys have any questions about Mentor, leave them down below, and I hope to get back to them as soon as possible. If I missed, of course, any of the new SIGs or anything from the live update you wanted me to talk about, let me know, and I'll probably do that in a video that'll go out. This is going out on Wednesday, so it'll go out the following Wednesday. But other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all later. Peace.